So on this week's YouTube poll, I gave you guys some crazy and delicious looking options. I gave you the Flaming Hot Cheeto Burrito, the Chili Cheese Burger Cups, some Canadian poutine. I even gave you a cookies and cream icebox cake, which would have taken me a week. And you guys picked the pancakes. Honestly, I expected this to come in last. I was shocked by this. If this is your way of giving me a little bit of a break, because you know what's coming up in October and how many videos I have to post, thank you. That was very sweet of you guys. Either way, yes, we are making the best, fluffiest pancakes you will ever eat. And I know the title only says fluffiest, but in the video, she very clearly says...
And we found what it actually takes to make the best, fluffiest buttermilk pancakes ever.
Which really is just a better title on my end. Now these do seem very simple, and in a large part they are, but there is some room for error, and I have a lot to stand up to considering how good some diner pancakes are. So let's get right into it. So guys, in order to make these supposed fluffiest best pancakes you'll ever eat, I grabbed myself some buttermilk from the store, a few eggs, some baking soda and kosher salt, a stick of butter, some white flour and sugar, and then just some baking powder. And we're gonna start with our dry ingredients for this one. We have 5 of them. They're gonna be our flour, baking powder, baking soda, salt, and sugar. As always, if you want the exact measurements, hop on over to Tasty's video. It is linked down in the description. I gave that a light mix with my whisk and then set it aside while I mix together my wet ingredients. I'll be honest here, buttermilk always kinda like skeeved me out a little bit. It kinda smells like sour cream or like very off milk. It's very thick. I know that's pretty much what it is, just like an acid mixed with milk to curdle it a little bit, but it just sounds gross if you ask me. Also, I'm not sure if you could really tell, but the cold buttermilk kind of made my melted butter almost solidify in little chunks. So not only was this a little bit nasty from the buttermilk, but then it's chunky from the now cooled down butter. This should be interesting. I dumped that mix into my dry ingredients and then very carefully folded them together just until they were equally mixed. If you see little pockets or little spots of the dry ingredients, it's okay. And to finish our batter off, we need to add in 2 egg whites. We added in the egg yolks earlier into the wet ingredients. I don't know the exact reason for splitting them up like this, but we did so. Again, I just mixed until the egg was just barely incorporated. And then I covered that with a dish towel and let that sit for 30 minutes. And now for the most controversial part of this video, most likely. They recommend using a cast iron skillet. I have one, but mine is grossly like rusted. It needs to be reseasoned. It would take me hours. I don't really feel like doing that right now, so I'm gonna use a normal non-stick pan. Plus, in most diners and restaurants, they would use a flat top anyway, and that's closer to a non-stick skillet, I'd think. And with that, cue all of the pan and skillet experts that are commenting right now telling me how wrong I am, and that I should quit YouTube and delete my channel. Anyways, one at a time, I spooned on a half cup of my batter. This was very thick, so I tried to make it an even circle. You want this over medium heat, so it's gonna take a few minutes on each side to get that nice golden color. A few of them I let go a little bit longer than I would have liked, but eventually I got a couple that looked pretty darn good, so I stacked them up on my plate, and now it is time to give these a try. So as far as the fluff factor goes here, I'm very impressed. These are some of the thickest pancakes I've seen in my life. This is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. I just like this syrup. Don't tell me it's straight corn syrup and fakeness. I know already. Now, I know what a lot of you are thinking. Anything with that much butter in it is gonna taste good. I'm thinking the same thing. Yeah, these are good. I could see these being super filling. I would not be able to finish all 4 of these, there's no way. But they're tasty, like they're probably better than most diner pancakes. Once again, if this was your way of giving me a little break, I do appreciate it. This was a very easy, simple, and good tasting recipe. I'll give it a 8.3 out of 10. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's BuzzFeed test. If you did, leave me a big like. Get ready for some big changes, especially behind me around here. Next month, we're gonna get a little crazy. You'll see what you're in for. But follow me over on Instagram and Twitter if you don't already. And until next time, have an awesome, what day is it? Have an awesome weekend.